you made the transition to reliever, and that's when things really seemed to start clicking for you. What was that like, making that jump from the starting role to the relieving role, and why has it gone so well?
I think more or less it's just a position change. The mentality for the relieving has always been there. I did it a little bit in college, and there's just an aggression that I've had. But from the first inning to 7 innings, I mean, it's really hard to do it, and especially over such a long season. So the position change was more or less the big deal, and getting back into the grind of like, well, I've got this amount of time, I've got to prepare for this, figuring it out for your own self since I haven't done it in such a long time. But other than that, the mentality was the easy part.
Yeah. What physically changes for you? Is it's just the fact that you don't know, and the maintenance of pitching every day, perhaps, or 2 or 3 in a row?
A little bit, but I think a lot of it's off-season preparation. The lifting, I've cut out almost all upper body lifting. I do yoga for that, which has made a huge difference, and then was able to long toss quite a bit last year to build up arm strength. But I think finally being loose has allowed me to get the velocity back, and now it's better than what it was in college. And so, I mean, it's something that I'm running with and not stop until it stops.
How do you find that helps you? In what ways does that help you hone in on things? Right.
Well, I think you have to do it for quite some time to really recognize the difference. A lot of guys are flexible, a lot of guys are stiff, and I just happen to be a stiff guy. So if I don't stretch, and even more than stretching, if I don't do the yoga, I've found out I can tell a difference in my body immediately. And so over the course of about 2 weeks, and then during the off-season I do it for almost 2 months, try to go 4 times a week. There's that, and there's a big deal with breathing. Believe it or not, with athletes, if you don't breathe right, your performance is lessened, I believe. And so through the yoga, that gives me a chance then to work on the breathing, and you allow your body to work in one motion. And a lot of the stuff that I used to think was weird, I'm fully sold on now.
You've embraced the zen of pitching, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, absolutely. That and stretching.
Yeah.
How about yoga, Pilates? I mean, there's a bunch of different things out there. I'll tell you one thing that really freaked a lot of people out. I went to spring training with Seattle. Renee Latchman was the manager. And all I had ever done, it wasn't even much group exercise. You just kind of did your own thing, and you got loose before it was time to meet up, and you ran to a wall, and you touched it, and you ran back, and you started playing catch. But he actually coordinated aerobics, an aerobics class for us in the morning. He brought in an aerobics instructor. Initially, you get the push back. It's out of the box. And it was no more than the first day after we finished a 30-minute session of aerobics that we realized that there might be different ways to get in shape, because we were all pretty gassed in a lot of different ways, and we're using a lot of different muscles that we had never even thought about using to get loose to start a day.
With your delivery, too, it's one of the more unique deliveries you see. It's almost like there's a little, it's hard to describe, it's like there's a little hop right before you deliver. Is that always kind of been there, and it seems to work? I mean,
it has. Ever since I remember starting pitching, the first time I did it, they're like, just go do what you think you might throw hardest doing. And I was like, well, I played outfield at one point, and it was a crow hop, so I'm going to try to make that part of it, but you can't just crow hop off the mound. So that's more where that's developed into. And then the glove patch, I mean, it's kind of unheard of, but it's a timing issue. Every pitcher's got their timing trigger, and that just happens to be mine, and they were able to let me use it, and it seemed to work out so far.
Do you think the hop maybe can help throw the hitter off a little bit too?
The timing. It's definitely all about messing up timing with hitters, and that is timing for me, but in the end, it ends up screwing up timing for a hitter, so I'll take it. I've got some yoga pants, but I tend to not wear them to that. I'll wear normal shorts. I don't want to look like that guy.